Hello everybody, so this is the recap of today's Bund session. It's Friday, the last day of August is the 30th, and we will have first a look onto our morning hypos, and let's take a look here. We have three hypos. I prepared three hypos. We have range long levels. This is the lower pre-market volume edge 98.94, and we have also the range short level here, upper pre-market edge at the 179.04. So this was hypo 1. This time as a range thing means we can handle it short range and long range. Hypo 2 is if we see it is again the trend, but is it okay? Short if increasing sell volume into the 94 with weak pullback and holding. And targets would be 86.84. If we see still increasing sell volume, of course it can continue then even to the 76 area or below. Hypo 3, this is then important, a level of more unfair area. Here the value area low of yesterday, so that means it becomes more certain that we then look for behaviors of responsive delta divergence and then having the chance here at this area go back into the main distribution from yesterday. This don't have to happen, but it is possible when we watch for this, a good fair price back to the fair price from the unfair area. Hypo 3 is long if we see increasing volume, buy volume into the pre-market volume edge 8 o'clock 22 minutes. This was the 05 level. Weak pullbacks. And target then 13 and 179.21. If increasing buy volume into 24, even target 34. Okay. Then let's have a look how it was played out. 1 second, please. And it was a quite interesting day. Why? Because first of all, you see that the market moved to this edge from my range hypo number 1 at the 05 level, and you see this was in the pre-market, the responsive selling signs in delta already. That means you see delta was bearish, and you see testing this upper level with delta divergence, only some little bit buying at this moment when getting up and testing the high. 05, again, responsive selling up here. You see this very clear at this moment where they market sell even here at this level, testing the high. So this was already our hypo 1. I didn't write it here into my chart because this was really in the early pre-market before I was even finished with my preparation. But anyway, you see it function. And then we got into this level of 96 short before they open, and you see that they get here with a lot of volume initiative into this level, pulling back, and again initiative sell volume. So one could have entered here if he's trading, or she, the pre-market with my hypo 2, and hypo 2 reaches target number 1, and later then even reach a target number 276. It even tested lower areas, and after the open we were in some bearish environment, of course. So people may got into a short again here when you see the delta, and you see with the next attempts on the downside, the upside was even weaker, delta divergence, and on the downside the initiative selling even increases again. First, second attempt going back, everything okay, nobody knows, but no initiative buying here at the top area. Do you see it, the delta? Okay, so still no initiative big buying here. You see, some people bought, but we cannot take and break the structure. So no signs here to get already and looking here for the long back into the yesterday value. Okay, then we stay with this trade and now we are short. And now see, at we coming to the low again, some initiative coming in again and more initiative. Look at this, and more initiative. So that means now we the first time price advertises for areas that are at the moment still unfair areas outside of the yesterday value. Main distribution, price at the moment is here. Still everything possible, we know. If we have entered the short trade before, here, and now sitting in a short, here, we need to see that there is the next possible target area already reached. A minor POC at the 64. Sorry, it is even reached. So now we know, if they now have time and building here value below, and you see that they can then take out and even increase selling volume more. We even could get to the next low volume node here, the area 54, the BPOC from, I think, Wednesday, and or before here at least the strong low of the day. But also no, this is a strong low. This is unfair area. We look also for the other side then for a long, but only if we see first some bias that tells us that the shift on the downside or the behaving on the downside is getting weaker, and then we want to see if prices coming back to these areas here. We want to see that they build initiative in buying with weak pullbacks, and then we know this could be then even a failed situation on the bottom side. What would be cool even more would if this is happening with some kind of excess. That means another strong leg now, the third here on the downside. Excess means we only have a single leg on the downside, pushed back, rejected by the buyers very big at a certain important area. Or if you watch the TPO, you would see some kind of single prints. I can show you what this would look like. Of course, this would be done like some picture like this here. We had yesterday single prints. Also, we have seen in the chart. Okay, this is what we're looking for. And we always looking on data. You'll see now short people are in control. Initiative. They are in the control level right now here because I marked this. This was the first time the structure was broken again and new initiative came in. Selling control level for me. Same picture, same game as here. Now we look. We may be now here as you're seeing people getting into shorts again and got a cheap entry here maybe around the 76, 77, 78 area into a next reshort. You're waiting and stay in this trade till there is no initiative buying at the upside. This hasn't happened yet. You see some little buying, but at the top area we don't see that is taken out first and there's no big initiative. So we stay in this trade. You're now here. You see already some things that are not the same thing when you compare it to this situation. See how here, when they're trying to break and re-enter the short again into the structure short, see how delta strongly supports our thinking of how this should look like. Even it took some time till they loosen and unfold to the downside, to the bottom side. But anyway, you see a lot of good pressure in delta. Compare this now with this. We are again here in the reshort situation and see the attempts on the downside. First, failure on the upside, no initiative buying, so this is okay, not too close yet the short, but you see also some first signs of weakness. We see this delta structure, this is a divergence, and also see already some weakness. I said then, we will look now for the opportunity. As long as no initiative buying above this control level of the bears is appearing, no trade, you stay maybe even in the short. And as long as this is not happening, no trade. We want to see initiative, some pullback and responsive again buying comes in. See this now. At the top area, yet absorbed and people bearish sell. Now again, initiative coming and breaking first time the structure. This was the moment where we see the first time with an initiative kind of buying in delta at the top. This is important because of course here we had also some buying but not at the top. And now you see, when we're coming back and testing this area, you see more buying. See this? So as told you, at this moment you could have entered here. I didn't got filled. My entry was at 79 and my first target here is the last bearish control level. This is the marked level here. You see this gray rectangle, the 82, 83. We did reach this then and you hit your first target at this very moment. I said then we have the same thing now happening on this side. If they have the same initiative on this level, we have then the possibility that we will reach this level. See what happened. Initiative is not failing. I'm re-enter my trade then here as this initiative appears here again. The short was closed below the new created bulls control level. And now you see how they force it to try to get into the long and also some bears still trying to force it on the downside. But at the end you see we reach the target, we're trading around and later today then even half an hour we're reaching the last target. So every target was reached and you see how the bullish bias could be seen already in the delta changing in between 9 o'clock and 9:30 and 10. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Anton Hopfel for Manapa.